application is that you have to find out the electric field intensity due to uniformly charged spherical cell. This is the cell, a spherical cell, hollow shell, hollow spherical cell, and the charge is given to this hollow spherical cell, and that so that the charge is distributed uniformly. And already you know that charges are residing on the surface of the cell, so charges are distributed on the surface of the spherical cell, and that is r is the radius of the spherical shell, r is the radius of the spherical cell, and p is the point at which you want to find out the electric field intensity due to the charged hollow spherical cell. So one thing is that as you are having the applications of the Gauss law, we have to enclose the distribution of charge. The spherical cell is enclosed by a Gaussian sphere. It is enclosed by a Gaussian sphere of radius smaller. You enclose the Gaussian sphere of radius smaller. So what will happen on the Gaussian sphere, on Gaussian surface, ds is the small elementary area is chosen. And what will happen, as it is a spherical in nature, ds vector and e vector will be directed along the same direction. So what will happen here, that is the e vector and ds vector, the angle between them will be the 0 degree. So what is the electric flux linked to the Gaussian surface? So electric flux linked to the Gaussian surface, that is e vector dot ds vector integration, and that must be equal to total charge divided by epsilon naught. Total charge divided upon epsilon naught, or if you tell it as the e ds cos 0 degree integration, that is equal to q upon epsilon naught, or e into s equal to q upon epsilon naught, or that is e, how much you are finding, e equal to q upon epsilon naught s. So this is the q upon epsilon naught, s is the 4 pi r square. So this can be written as the 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square, q upon r square. So electric field intensity at this point P equal to E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. If you represent in a vector form, then you can multiply the n cap, that is directed along the direction of the electric field. The case is the important thing that as the spherical surface is here, the spherical surface, we have taken the point P is outside the spherical surface. So this is the first case of this application. First case is that what already we have discussed. The case number 1 is that whenever the small r is very and very bigger than the capital R, means outside the sphere. The point outside the sphere, you are finding the formula E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. Second cases we can choose it here. Now if the point will be chosen on the surface, what will be probable? So in this case r equal to the capital R, that is the point on the surface, So in this case the electric field intensity will be E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon capital R square. The third case is that if you choose the point inside the sphere, what will be the point here? Suppose here the point inside the sphere. If you choose the point inside the sphere, then Gaussian surface also will be inside the sphere. So what will happen? How much amount of charge is enclosed by the Gaussian surface? Because the charges are residing outside the surface, and we have taken the Gaussian sphere inside the hollow sphere, so total charge enclosed will be equal to 0. So in this cases E vector dot, that is the case number 3 is whenever r is less than capital R, then what will happen? E vector dot ds vector integration. So this will be equal to q upon epsilon naught, and that is net charge enclosed equal to 0, or E will be 0. 0. So inside you can get the electric field intensity 0. On the surface you can get the electric field intensity maximum, and outside the surface the electric field intensity will be E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. If you plot the graph in between the E and R, if you plot the graph in between the electric field intensity and the R, E versus R, the graph, what will be the condition? First case it was whenever R greater than capital R, smaller greater than capital R, means the point is outside the sphere, we will getting the formula E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. When smaller is equal to R, that means the point is on the surface, E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon capital R square. Whenever the point is inside the hollow sphere, R is less than capital R, E equal to 0. So in this case, what will happen if you plot the graph E versus small r? What will happen? This is the center of the sphere. This is the center of the sphere. From center to surface, the electric field intensity will be 0. From center to surface, the electric field intensity will be 0. So when at capital R and on the surface, you can get the maximum intensity. The graph starts from here at a distance of R, capital R. Then gradually what happens? It is gradually decreasing. So this is the graph will be like that. That is equal to the graph E inversely proportional to R square. So this is the graph between the E versus smaller of due to a uniformly hollow spherical cell. Thank you.